This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Front guys lifting. What's hurting them is these guys further back that are running side by side. They lose a little bit of that momentum.
No problems. Taylor Balsam sideways on the racetrack as he works his way through 4. Field slows, and it looks like it's going to be a one-truck incident.
Boy, it looked like Ryan Sieg did a nice job. He was right behind Taylor Balsam. Looked like he avoided getting into him. May have flat spotted the tires a little bit.
There's a lot of people that were real fortunate on this deal. You see,
We're under our first caution.
See right up your screen, that's the 81 of Taylor Balsam. He's right behind David Starr in the 24. And the back end just gets out from under him. Miranda goes, but watch Ryan Sieg, a little contact with Brian Eichler and the 16 of Brian Scott on the inside.
I think as a whole, as a whole there, everybody did.
Turn number 4 has brought out our second caution. It's the 15 of Brian Eichler.
See the AKawareness.com on board that truck. AK stands for actinic keratosis.
I wanted to make sure you got that out.
Which is a potential early
Skin
warning
cancer.
sign for skin cancer.
Exactly right. Happened with the 15. Sideways up top.
Looked like he was just a little bit loose. Terry Cook looked like he did a wonderful job.
You
Lost all his momentum, and then he sucks right back up behind those 2 trucks.
That's a great illustration of the draft, too. Let's take a look back at what caused Todd to get sideways. Ooh, he got loose on the bottom, slid up the racetrack, had to avoid the 16 of Brian Scott, but what a terrific job controlling that truck.
that
It's just problems on the racetrack once again. This time it's Ricky Carmichael that gets into the wall. Our third caution of the day, and it's Carmichael that makes contact with the outside wall. A lot of damage to the right rear of that truck.
We just saw Ricky racing with Todd back there just a few moments ago. See flat right side tires and a little right rear corner damage for Ricky Carmichael. And you see him on the inside. He gets loose, has to chase it up the hill. Max Pappas also spins. But Ricky makes some contact with the outside wall. But that's the case you were talking about, Rick, when we see it.
So as everybody cycles through green flag pit stops, Johnny Sauter back out on the racetrack, your race leader, and into the wall is the 16 of Brian Scott. A lot of damage to the right side of that truck, and the caution has come out once again. It is the 5th caution of the night.
Now, this is when the strategy is going to come into play. Everybody has enough fuel to get to the end. Are we going to come in and put 4 tires on, Johnny, 2 tires, or maybe stay out?
This one's going to be a tough call because there's been a guys that's been on these tires for a long time. The speeds are still good on the chart, so I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a tough call. If you're in traffic.
There's Brian Scott. I don't know if he maybe cut something down. He was up high. That may be because he had a soft tire, Johnny.
It is. You know, these guys have been out on these tires for quite a long time, so it's a gamble. Right now, it's a
Racetrack, trying to keep his momentum up. He's not in the groove, so we still are seeing the green flag displayed. Johnny Sauter wants it to stay green the remainder of this race. We see Sieg come way up back out on the racetrack now. Looks like he might be back up to speed.
Sure does. Maybe he had an ignition problem. Dropped down to the apron, flipped to another ignition box, and appears to be back up at least to some semblance of speed. Johnny Sauter right now going to be 4 laps to go for Johnny.
4 to go for Johnny Sauter. That Fun Sand Chevy Silverado. Crafted running second, almost 2 seconds back. Then it's Jason White, 3.5 seconds behind our race leader. Todd Bodine is 4th. Timothy Peters is in the 5th position. Hornaday again getting fresh tires, 4 fresh tires. He's been able to get up to 6th, but that's it for Hornaday.
I think the great thing with Johnny is there's not a whole lot in front of him. He's got a lot of space, a lot of time to just hit his marks. Nobody really pressuring him from behind. You know, he can take his time from this point in time. 3 laps is a long time, but
yeah, sure is.
doing good.
If he could just get to the white flag, Johnny, then he knows that the caution flag would not precipitate a green-white checker. So coming down on 2 laps to go, I know he wants to get back quick to the start-finish line in about 31 seconds.
3 miles remain for Johnny Sauter. How about 1-2 team finishes? Right now it's Thor Sport running 1 and 2. Seat position, Roush Fenway dominating this category with 11 first and second finishes.
You know, Mike Curb is listed as owner of this truck, and if Johnny can hold on and win this race, then Mike Curb will have won in all 3 of the major divisions of NASCAR.
1 to go for Johnny Sauter. White flag in the air. 1.5 miles remains between he and his first win in the Camping World Truck Series.
He's got over a 2-second lead over his teammate right now. He just has to make sure he has enough fuel to get to the end.
Down the Nellis straightaway he goes. Half a lap between Johnny Sauter and that first win. A flawless 3 and 4. He comes out to the grandstand, so fans on their feet. Johnny Sauter will win at Las Vegas.
What a great job by Johnny Sauter, that Thor Sport team. 1-2 finish for Thor Sports. And Jason White does get his career best finish in 3rd.
Impressive run for Thor Sport. Johnny Sauter claiming his first ever win in his 31st start in the Camping World Truck Series.
How about that? I'll tell you, this team, from the time Joe Shear Jr. came aboard, has been on fire. Looked awfully good last week, ran out of fuel, took a potential win maybe out from under them, but they got her tonight.
Let's hear from that winning crew chief. He's with Adam Alexander.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
This has been a special presentation of ABC Sports, spanning the globe to bring you the biggest events in the wide world of sports.